So I want to talk about something that I saw twice so far this year. Um Actually within the past month. It's something that actually really didn't stick out until the second time I saw it. And it's funny because I actually have used this phrase towards people, but I've actually seen it in physical form now. Have you ever seen a bird with a broken wing? Like a bird that's on the ground, like they're trying to fly. They're naturally flapping their wings, but they're not moving. It's their natural instinct that they're using, but they just can't bring themselves to do it. They have either a clipped wing or a broken wing. They're injured, but they're still trying to fly. They're still flapping at it. They're still going at it. They're still trying to get off the ground. I've seen this twice this year. And the reason that it sticks out with me so much is because I've used this phrase on people. I've used this phrase to describe certain friends. I have, certain friends in particular that I have described in that phrase. A bird with a broken wing. And up until now, I've always used it as just a phrase, but in a lot of ways, I feel like seeing one is kind of a symbol. And the symbol that I kind of feel that it is, it's almost a symbol of your own broken soul. There's something in you that is broken that is either on its way to being fixed, that's on its way to being healed, or it needs to be healed. I have a lot in me that I'm trying to heal. I have a lot of parts in my soul that I'm trying to heal. It's a slow process, but it's a process nonetheless. Do I have days where I regress? Do I have days where I go backwards? Yes, we all have days like that. But like I said before, you have to catch yourself. And the second time that I saw a bird with a broken wing, it really reminded me to catch myself. Because in a lot of ways, I've been trying to fly. We're all trying to fly. We're all trying to get off the ground. We're all trying to get out of the pit. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all trying to get out of a deep hole. We're trying to get out of something and grow into something better than what we are now. And I feel like that's the metaphor for a bird with a broken wing. Because when I say someone is a bird with a broken wing, it's literally what I just said. It is a person with a broken piece of themselves. There's something in them that is shattered that they're trying to piece together. We all have it because nobody's, like I said before, no one is perfect. But really seeing one, and I really looked at it, and you want to know why it stood out with to me so much is despite and it twice twice I've seen a bird with a broken wing. But what made the sight stand out so much to me is the persistency, just the lack of no give up, the never give up, the constant try hard attitude of these birds, especially the second one. It was this poor little bird was damn near buried in grass. And watching its wings flapping, and it was steadily trying, despite everything that life threw at it. Everything that life threw at it. Because you got to imagine, put yourself in a bird's place. A bird, the number one thing that stands out about a bird is it can fly. It's natural aviation, something that we as people have never been able to captivate. We've always had to build aviation. They were born with the gift of flight. So imagine losing your gift of flight, but still trying to fly. So you're still going at it. You're still flapping. You're still trying to go at it. That is the level of no quit that I feel we all should strive to have. We should all strive to have that broken bird mentality to where it's just a flesh wound. It's just one broken wing. I'm going to fly again one day. And that is the attitude that we should all have. We should all be able to take notes from these broken birds, because they're not just broken. They're not broken spiritually. They're just injured. And with any injury, you can come back from an injury. And that's what those birds are aiming to do. They are aiming to come back from their injury. They are going to make the best out of a bad situation, no matter what. And if anything, if that's not inspiration for us, if that's not inspiration for you, then man, I don't know what is. Seeing an injured bird still trying to fly, still going at it. They strayed from the nest. They took that leap of faith. They didn't know where they were going to land. That's the thing about life, is life's all about the leaps that we're willing to take or not willing to take. That is what defines us. Are you willing to take that leap of faith, or are you going to stay in constant fear of the unknown? A bird is not in fear of the unknown, because if it truly were, it would just lay there with a broken wing and it would just quit. But these birds didn't quit. The first one didn't quit. It was in the middle of the street trying to flap, trying to fly. And another thing that stood out about that first one, like I said, it was in the middle of the street. Do you know that 3 different people, including myself, we drove around that bird? Because I feel in a lot of ways we admired that bird for still having the guts, the balls, just the testicular fortitude to keep flapping. You might say that bird ain't never gonna fly. Other birds might have looked at him and said, man, you ain't never gonna fly. But that bird did not quit. That bird in the grass did not quit. A broken wing should never stop you from reaching whatever it is you're trying to reach. We all have a clipped wing in some way, shape, or form. Because if we didn't, we would be perfect. And there are no perfect people in this world. There are no perfect organisms in this world. I don't care what anybody says. So if you feel like that broken bird, if you feel like your wing is broken, keep flapping it. Just keep going at it. Keep trying to fly. Keep trying to take off, because eventually you're going to get off the ground. That is the symbolism of a bird with a broken wing. It's a bird that still has fight in them. It's a bird that is not afraid to fly even when it can't fly. It's still going to fly. That broken bird, that wing does not take away the fact that that bird is still a fucking bird. He knows what he is, despite the injury. Despite the pain. We are all going through some kind of pain, but despite the pain, despite what you're going through, you should never forget yourself. Those birds didn't forget themselves, and neither should you, and neither will I. Never forget who you are. That is what you can take from a bird with a broken wing. Folks, if you've reached the end of this video, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Also, if you are new to my channel, don't be a stranger. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And in case nobody else tells you, I'll tell you. I love you, and I'm proud of you. Keep it up.